Hi guys. Hello. So, usually I don't do this. I was originally going to go to bed, but as I was about to go to bed and I was in the kitchen doing something, a story hit me, which actually a lot of times does happen, but they usually don't go anywhere because I don't get to pen and paper fast enough, which was the case with this, except I did get to my phone and actually recorded my thoughts onto my phone. And it turned it into an interesting story. So I'm gonna play that for you guys. Try to get my phone as loud as possible. And you'll probably see most of the film because I'm trying to make sure everything catches onto the video. But I originally was just going to send it onto my Twitter and not do anything with YouTube. But because it doesn't allow me to do that, I would have to go through my YouTube, and if it doesn't work through YouTube, I will just repeat everything I say on the recording for you guys so that you guys can actually hear it. So here we go. Let's see if this will work. I have a story to tell about a young girl torn down by family that is supposed to love her. See this young girl? She used to be so happy. But she realized something wasn't right. See, her real father abandoned her. And she never felt love from her mother. When that girl was older, her mother told her she was a mistake. See, the girl already knew this. She hoped it would never be said, but she had a feeling deep in her heart. See, she was conceived when her mother and her father were drunk on New Year's. She had a feeling, but didn't want to believe. Once her mother told her she was a mistake, she felt destroyed inside and hated herself. See, the young girl already had issues. In high school, she tried to end her life. See, but the first time didn't do anything. Sure, she got sick 2 times, and the third she finally had a mental breakdown. But if she hadn't told anybody what she had done, nobody would have known. How is this so? How could nobody realize she had tried to end her life? Especially when she was using her own mom's pills. But nobody wanted to realize this. How could somebody think that their child had tried to end their own life? 1 year passed before she tried again. This time she was determined to make sure it worked. She hoped that I'd be asleep in her bed where nobody would find her. But that wasn't to be so. She had a seizure and fell off her bed. Later, she was on the couch and she had another one. brother's ex. Called 911. And she was rushed to the hospital. She spent 3 days in ICU, and after those 3 days, she was put in handcuffs in the back of a paddy wagon and sent to county. She was kept there for less than 24 hours, and they didn't care. And they left a bag in her room with her and the girl who was also in her room. They didn't care about their job. Either one of them could have tried to end their life that night. But the girl, she was still extremely out of it. See, when she returned home, after that short period, her aunt and uncle waited for her. But they weren't there to help. Instead, they were there to yell. They didn't help in the slightest. Instead, she wanted to try to end her life once more that night. But instead, she cut her body. She hated herself so much, she decided to take it out on herself. She cut, and she cut, and she cut some more, but not where anybody could see, because you see, when she used to cut where people could see, she was told she was trying to do it, she was doing it for attention, and that is not what she was doing. It was a cry out for help that nobody answered. But now she realized there was no point to do it where people could see, to cry out for help, because nobody would answer, nobody cared. Instead, she was destined to suffer alone. And so day by day, she goes through hell, suffering in silence, crying when nobody will ever see, cutting in places where people will never notice, because she is not crying out for help any longer, because she realizes nobody cares, and nobody will answer that cry. She doesn't seek attention. She just wants somebody to care. But now she realized maybe she's destined to walk this world alone, but maybe, just maybe, she'll meet somebody to walk this lonely world with her. She hopes this fact is true. But if not, she is prepared to walk this world alone, to suffer in silence. That may possibly be her destiny. This story I am telling you is not fiction that I made up in my head. Every fact, everything I have just told you is 120% truth. It's a hell nobody should ever have to endure. But it's a hell one girl must endure all the time. It's a hell that only she knows she is suffering through. And she may reach out every once in reach out for somebody to grab her hand and pull her above the water where she is fastly sinking. See, she doesn't want to drown. So she shoots her hand up in hopes one day somebody will grab her, pull her from that water. But until then, she must continue to fight to stay above. No matter how strong the water tries to pull her down, she must continue to fight to keep the suicidal thoughts at bay, to say, I will not die today. I close out this story by saying this. You may walk past a person that seems completely happy, but you have no idea they could be dying inside. I wear a mask every day to hide the pain, the suffering, and the fight going on inside. And I will continue to wear this mask day after day after day until somebody finally tells me it's okay to not be okay. For the day that somebody tells me I may lay down this mask and finally show somebody my true colors. Until then, the mask must stay. So, as you can hear and see, my stories, they aren't cheerful. Sure, I sometimes write cheerful stories, but a lot of them aren't. But see, this story, there may be somebody out there who goes through the same struggle every day, wants to end their life. That is why I have offered to put this story up and let the world see. Now I know in there I say it's true, but I'll let you be the judge. Whether you think it's true or something I have made up. I won't disclose that. But you never know. You never know what people are going through. You never know their own personal hell. So that is why I have put this video up. And I hope it helps somebody to realize it's okay not to be okay. Put your makeup on, get your nails done. I still struggle with that, remembering that it's okay not to be okay. But I am getting better. Alright guys, I promise this is the last video. I have to get to bed. I have an early morning. And I love you guys a lot. And I really do hope this helps somebody out there who may be suffering or hurting I do hope this finds you out there. Love you guys.